Welcome to the School of Bliss podcast where we learn things that school didn't teach us. My name is Yani. I'm a professional life and financial coach. But in this podcast, I'm your classmate in learning about how to be happy, healthy, and super wealthy. Good morning, classmates, and welcome back to the School of Bliss. Today is day 9 of my 21 days of bliss, and I am so thankful to each and every one of you who have been listening to the podcast. I'm getting a lot of love, especially on IG stories, on DMs also, no? Ang dami nagdi-DM sa inyo. Thank you so much for listening and for tuning in and for making my podcast a part of your daily routine. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you. If you're new in this podcast, welcome. I hope you enjoy the episodes, lessons, life lessons that I created for you, and you can check it out on my Spotify page for the complete episodes. All right. Today's episode is a very important episode because I think when I embodied this, nakita nyo naman sa title, di ba? But when I embodied this, that's when my life really started to change. And I really wanted to share it with you guys because I want you also to maybe take a look at this angle of the way you treat yourself on a daily basis. So I think if you have been a listener of my podcast or if you've seen my guestings on, let's say, Alex's podcast, I also have a podcast with Alec, who is actually my boyfriend. It's called Date Nights Podcast, and we also tackled it there. It's the 5 love languages, and if I may share with you guys, there is actually a universal love language. Universal meaning kahit hindi ito yung main love language mo, this is actually everyone's love language, say whether they accept it or not. This is a universal love language that everyone likes receiving, which is the power of affirmation or words of affirmation. Bakit ko sinabing universal love language? I'm sure, no, one way or another, if you get compliments, you get kilig. Alam mo yun, parang kinikilig ka na, uy, sabi niya, ang ganda ko daw today. Uy, sabi niya, ang ganda daw ng hair ko. Uy, sabi niya, ang ganda daw ng suot ko. Uy, sabi niya, parang it automatically uplifts your day and automatically makes your day, 'di ba? Pwedeng hindi ganun ka tagal magre-retain sa mind mo, but it's automatic, especially for Pinoys. We usually reply with, uy, hindi naman. Uy, pumayat ka. Uy, hindi naman. Grabe ka naman, 'di ba? But actually, that's also a sign of receiving the affirmation, and that's also a sign of I like your affirmation, except I don't know how to maybe accept it. And for today, no, I'll teach you guys a powerful concept around this love language because this has been one of the things that I had to start doing when I focused on my transformation. Because before, I'm not sure if you're like me, but I'm the type of person who when when left alone, I would always pick the negative things about me. So for example, ang taba ko, 'di ba pag titingin ka sa salamin, masasabi mo ang taba ko. Usually, o kaya, bakit may pimple ako? Bakit di ako makinis? Bakit, alam mo yun, parang hindi, for example, hindi, anong tawag dito, hindi pantay yung body ko or what not. It's always the negative things that we see first. Sadly, no? Automatic na sa atin. Mas automatic talaga yung negative yung nakikita natin kaysa sa positive. And that doesn't make you wrong, except maybe you just haven't heard or hindi pa din naturo naman sa atin. Hindi rin kasi naturo sa atin sa school, no? How to actually appreciate ourselves and appreciate and affirm ourselves. And so for today, I wanna somehow give you a lesson around affirmation. So, first thing that you have to know and remember is that your words become your reality, which means if you say out loud negative affirmations, so again, there's good and bad, there's negative and positive affirmations. Lagi ko yung sinasabi sa mga episodes that there's always two sides to everything. And for affirmations, there are also two sides. There's the negative affirmation and the positive affirmation. And if we focus our lens on the negative affirmation, which means, no, we always see, "Ang taba ako, di talaga ako magaling, ang pangit ng gawa ko, ah, siguro, hindi sila maniniwala sa akin. I don't trust myself." These are all negative affirmations. And the thing is, if you focus on just looking at what's negative, what's lacking, what you think is you, or how you look at yourself, is what actually becomes your reality. Which means, no, if you look at yourself, ang taba ko, just like me, no? Pag naitingnan ko yung mga photos ko wherein I started telling myself, ang taba ko, oh my gosh, ayan tuloy na-attract ko ang PCOS at tumaba talaga ako. And it automatically creates your reality, which means if you start taking a look at, okay, positive affirmations, ang sexy ko, ang galing-galing ko, I trust myself, I'm worthy of this, I deserve this. When you start giving out these positive affirmations, automatically you become that. Somehow, one way or another, you become that. Which means, if you say, ang sexy ko, next thing you know, the your new reality is you're the sexiest ever. Why? If you change the way you look at you, the world changes the way they look at you. Or let me rephrase that. If you change the way you look at yourself, the world around you changes as well. Which means, no, if you see that you are doing good, the way you also would look at others is that they are doing good as well. Tapos the way they will see you, ay ang galing niya. Parang I think when I shifted my mindset into affirming myself a little bit more, kasi ever since naman tinatawag ko yung sarili ko Yani ganda, but when I really embodied it and really believed in it and not just speak it out, that's when I felt the prettiest. That's when I felt the most powerful and the most good-looking person I could ever imagine myself would be. Kahit titignan ko ngayon yung photos ko from the past, parang hindi naman. Pero at that time, I believed I am so good-looking that that's how people saw me as well. That's how I saw people as well, no? Kasi sobrang affirmations ko sa sarili ko that it overflows to the point that I give it out too. And bakit pa importante yung affirmations, no? If I may just share the science behind affirmation, there are actually two ways to change our subconscious. Subconscious meaning our altered state of mind. So there so yung subconscious kasi yan yung the way you look at yourself, na even past your conscious mind, you still look at yourself that way. So there are two ways. So number one is through meditation. So when you allow yourself to just to be calm and to rest your mind and to just focus on what is the now, then you tend to be more mindful of how you speak to yourself, and therefore you could catch yourself if hindi mo ina-affirm sarili mo, or you're speaking negative affirmations to you. Pansin mo ba, if madaming nangyayari, let's say it's a chaotic world, you automatically say negative affirmations. Paano? For example, busy sa work, tas everyone's just nagkakagulo. Wow, konyo. But kunwari lahat nagkakagulo, di ba? Parang ikaw, ano ba yan ang busy? Ano ba yan nakaka-stress? Automatic, it's all negative affirmations. Automatic, nalalabas mo sa mouth mo are all negative, are all bad things, or it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna serve your team. It's not gonna help the situation. That's why meditation is so powerful, because if you allow yourself and your mind to be calm and to be grounded, to be calm and to be grounded, you can access your subconscious and therefore be mindful of your actions moving forward. No, second way to access your subconscious is to is through repetition, which means if you repeat a lie often enough and then it becomes the truth. Diba? Yun nga yung isang quote that let me repeat that, no. Repeat a lie often enough and it becomes the truth. And I'm not sure if you've noticed that. I think that's how I really changed the way I look at myself. No, kakasabi ko ng Yani Ganda before, yung handle ko pa sa Instagram is at Yani Ganda. um the way I looked at myself is so different than how I looked at myself before, just because of speaking affirmation, just because of um focusing more on the positive things rather than the negative things, because again, what you focus on expands. So if you focus on positive things, it automatically expands, no. Parang ako, one of the reasons why I think I gained so much weight is not just because I eat or because of my PCOS, but really because I don't give myself enough positive affirmations that it manifested in my body. Parang every time I would see myself, even XX pounds before, I would always say, ang taba ko, I don't like my body, I don't like how my boobs are big, or may fats, yung belly ko, sobrang taba talaga. Parang, at least that's how I looked at it. But I think that's what I really lost. It's affirming myself more. And when we repetitively say something, it now becomes the truth. When we repetitively tell ourselves that ang taba ko, ayan, naging mataba ka nga talaga. When you keep saying, ang sexy mo, automatic the next thing you know, ang sexy mo na. And whatever that definition is for you. And when you start affirming yourself, it's also easy to affirm others too. And I think the best relationship that you can work on is the relationship that you have with yourself. But apart from that, when you start affirming yourself, when you start affirming situations, mapapansin nyo na lang yung relationships ninyo nagiging better na din, nagiging positive na din, because your relationships can actually grow easily when you start it with affirmations and appreciating people better, appreciating your loved ones better. And sabi ko ngayon sa amin ni Alec that I think, no, the reason why our relationship is working so well is because we always affirm it. Like, there's never a day that we missed affirming each other, that we missed affirming our relationship. So not just each other, but also our relationship. Like really saying, you know what I like about our relationship is this. You know what I love about our relationship is this. And that's why, no, the good things keep growing. The good things keep expanding, because that's what we keep saying as well. So if maybe you're listening and you're new to this, no, so mo, Yani, just sinabi ko na sa sarili ko, no, na ang ganda ko, sinabi ko na sa sarili ko, ang sexy ko, why does my reality doesn't change? Bakit parang di ko naman nakikita yung pagbabago? Bakit parang wala namang transformation sa akin, no? So here are maybe guidelines on where to start where to start affirming and changing the way you look at yourself. So number one is to catch yourself on the negative beliefs you tell you. So kung nakita mo, no, wait lang, parang napansin ko lang, parati kong sinasabi na hindi ako magaling. Can I just rephrase it starting today na sasabihin ko na is magaling ako? Even if I think that what I did is not the best, I can still affirm myself for the things that I've done. And always always counter the negative belief that you would catch yourself with. So, kunwari, lagi mo nasasabi pala na hindi ka magaling, counter it with magaling naman talaga ako, no? Number two is repetition is the key. So, like I said earlier, the more you say it, the more it expands, the more you become closer to what you really want, and the more you vibrate in the same uh, wave of vibration to that affirmation, no? So, for example, no, may mga pimple ka sa face, instead of, grabe, sorry pag nakita mo yung friends mo, sorry, ang dami kong pimple, stress kasi ako, sorry, hindi kasi ako makinis, sorry, ganyan. Instead of that, maybe just affirm, no, thank you for letting me know that I need to now focus on my face, focus on my skincare, and now I will do that. And um, I appreciate you there, no? Parang ako nga, pag may pimple ako, sabihin ko, grabe, thank you, no, na nandyan ka. Alam ko nang malapalapit na yung period ko. Thank you sa reminder. You may go, you may leave, no? So, lagi kong ina-affirm talaga. And even when there are challenges, I still affirm it. There are challenges. Thank you, Lord, I have a really good problem. Parang ganon. So, it's repetitively affirming the things that are not working, so that I think affirmation is not just the positive counterpart, it's also saying good things on how you want it to be. For example, yun nga, no, di ka pa magaling, di sabihin mo lang masabihin na one day I'll be the best at what I do. That's affirmation too. That's positive affirmation. Doesn't necessarily mean, magaling ako. Or for example, ang tamad ko yan, parati ko yan sinasabi, pinapagalitan ako ni Alec. They change it to, I'm consistent, I'm happily doing things. That's affirmation. Okay? And if you start to do that, notice the changes also. And let me know, no? Message nyo ako sa Instagram ko. Number 3 is meditations with affirmations in the morning. Oh, I love this because there are a lot of affirmations on YouTube that you can check. That after your morning meditation, you can just listen to it. So, puro I am lang yun. I am statements na affirmations. Let's say, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm trustworthy, I am deserving, all of these I ams. And when you start putting it first thing in the morning in your subconscious, automatically that's how you perform the whole day. Parang automatic inisip mo na, I'm so strong, I'm so powerful, I'm so beautiful the entire day. It sets you up for the day, for the work day or the school day. So, meditations with affirmations. Again, YouTube, I think on Spotify, madami din. Number 4 is to listen to affirmative people and songs daily. Eto, grabe, no? Yung mga songs na, for example, yung It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me. No, you're not. Ginawa siyang TikTok trend na It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me. I think pati ako ginawa ko yan. Pero kinatch ko agad yung sarili ko na, bakit hindi naman ako yung problema, no? Even if you say, it's just a song, Yani, come on. Actually, no. If you repeat it all the time, you'll subconsciously think, I'll always be the problem. So, yes, it's a good song. Probably, it's your favorite song. But, just notice how it affects the way you look at yourself, especially during challenges. Yung mga kantang young, dumb, and broke, no? Yun na nga, naging young na, naging dumb pa, naging broke pa. Kayo-kayo na lang, no? It's not a very uplifting song. So, kaya nga yung tip ko dito is to listen to affirmative people and songs daily. No, kung if also, no, not just pala songs. So, songs are one, but number 2 are the people you surround yourself with. If you're always with people who would tell you, you will not be successful, you will not be good enough, you're never gonna grow there, you're never gonna get rich, you're just poor, you're just this, you're not excelling, then stop listening to them, stop talking to them if possible. If these are your family members or let's say your classmates, your workmates, your bosses, your leaders, then maybe take a step back and love them from afar and start surrounding yourself with people who would give you positive affirmations, who would start to believe in you, would who believes in what you does, who trusts you, who affirms you. No, very important talaga yon that we find the right people who would be there and believe in us when even us, hindi na tayo naniniwala sa sarili natin because maybe yung mga loved ones natin, di rin naman naniniwala sa atin, no? So, yun. And number 5, most important, is to start incorporating affirmations into your daily routine. Ibig sabihin, no, yes, you started your day with affirmations, but trust me, the whole day, speak affirmations and you'll only see affirmations. Ito yung isa sa mga talagang laging negative affirmation ng mga tao na talaga naman nangyayari all the time. It's also a reality, but somehow it becomes parang 10 times lang lalong nangyayari because you affirm it. Yung traffic, when we say, ang traffic naman, pagdating mo sa EDSA, magugulat ka, traffic talaga. Or kahit dun sa mga places na hindi naman supposed to be traffic. Dahil sa kakasabi mo ang traffic naman, magugulat ka, next thing you know, traffic na talaga. And that's a negative affirmation that expanded because you kept saying it. Yes, reality is traffic talaga si EDSA or traffic talaga in the Philippines in general, kahit saan sa Pilipinas. But the more you say it, the more you focus on it, the more it happens. That's vibration. So, if you start saying, like, I remember my mentor when I started interning for my mentor, bawal yung word na traffic, bawal yung word na ang tagal naman inside the car. Or, bawal sabihin nyo, ang tagal naman, ang hirap naman ng parking dyan, bawal yung mga ganon. Why? Because again, that's negative affirmations and they don't want that kasi gusto gusto naman nating lahat makarating agad sa pupuntahan natin, 'di ba? So, yun, when you start to catch that, when you start to notice the little things and start to give more positive affirmations throughout the day, rest assured, you will transform your life slowly. You will see changes daily. But again, it's a constant practice of trying, being positive around what's happening or looking at the positive things of what's happening and focusing on that until it becomes a good reality for you. So, yeah, definitely affirmations can indeed transform your life only if you know how to use it well, only if you know how to take it to your heart and to your daily routine. Next thing you know, you're a better, bigger version of yourself. So that's the message for today. And I hope you like that. Thank you so much again for listening. If you like this episode, please tag me at the School of Bliss _ on Instagram. You can follow me at Coach Yani Moya on Instagram, TikTok. And guys, you can also join the community, the School of Bliss, where we talk about everything happiness, health, and wealth. We discuss all of it. It's a safe space for you to also learn. It's a virtual classroom, a community of the School of Bliss listeners. And yeah, thank you for listening to this podcast and see you again tomorrow for day 10. Bye.